there has been no shortage of drama at Red Sox spring training this year, and it pretty much only has to do with their star player, the face of their franchise, Rafael Devers. But he's brought Alex Bregman into this. He's brought Tristan Casas into this. He's brought Alex Cora into this. We're all part of this now. Brought Hein Bloom into this. Guy's not even here anymore. But you remember a few weeks ago when Alex Bregman had just been signed and Rafi Devers was asked by the media, what do you feel about moving to DH? He said, no. He just kept doing that. It was a bad look for the Red Sox. And then Tristan Casas came on and said, no, Rafi Devers is our third baseman. Bregman's going to be a good second baseman, but that's our guy. That's our third baseman. Your third baseman is the worst defensive third baseman in baseball. And we heard at the end of last week that Devers was just like, I'll play where they tell me to play. I've met with the team. I will play where they tell me to play. And then a Sean McAdam report comes out on Friday that Devers was very close to giving an ultimatum to the Red Sox and asking for a trade if he didn't play third base. This thing is so far from over. Okay, this is going to creep up at every turn this season. Every time Bregman makes a mistake, which isn't very often. Every time they go on a losing streak. Every time Devers is at a bit of a slump at the plate and you're going to say he's not engaged because he's not playing the field. It's going to happen all the time. This guy is not just taking his medicine and is going to DH. This is going to be a problem. Evidenced by the fact that he was ready to ask for a trade. Guy getting paid $30 million a year and is signed through 37? Is asking for a trade because we're asking him to play less time in the field? That's bullshit, man. And Rafi Devers has got to get over this shit. Seriously. There's absolutely no question when you look at the stats who the better third baseman is. There's no question. Does Devers have a better bat? Yes, he does. He does. And he is the face of your franchise. By the way, Bregman on a down year, we're coming off a down year, but it's not like he's nothing with the bat. It's not like this guy is Pokey Reese and you're signing him exclusively for his glove. Okay, the guy can hit a little bit too. He's going to be in the middle of your order with you. And I'm still weeks late. This should have been the easiest solution of all time. Rafi Devers is not a third baseman compared to Alex Bregman, the Gold Glove third baseman of 1 season ago, 2024. He was the Gold Glove winner as the best third baseman in the American League. And we're still having discussions over this guy who was literally more errors than any third baseman in the time frame that he's been playing Major League Baseball? Are you kidding me? And what's even more wild to me is that this is not a consensus. There are still people in this market that think that Rafi Devers should be playing third base over Alex Bregman. People that get paid to talk sports in this market think that. I don't often tune in, but I had the EEI morning show on today, and this was their solution this was Wiggy's solution to how the Red Sox should handle third base.
Okay, so you expect Alex Cora, because Devers is upset, you expect him to start him at third week from Thursday.
No, what I would do is start him at third and let him play himself out of the position. So then when I made the move, there's nothing Devers could say.
Right.
I'd say, hey, listen, I gave you the opportunity, but you played yourself out of the position.
What have the last 8 years been other than playing him out of the position? We're not talking about, I think Bregman's going to be better. We're talking about cold, hard facts, statistics. Devers is not better. What do you mean let him play it out? We've seen this movie for 7 full seasons now. The guy's a hell of a hitter. That's why you have him out there every day. He's not a third baseman. Why is this so hard? It's actually really, really easy to understand. And Devers, the numbers, man. -62 defensive runs saved and -29 outs above average in his career. And Wiggy's like, no, give him a couple more months. Because he takes ground balls at JetBlue Park in spring training. Everybody fucking takes ground balls, okay? And you know who is way better at fielding them? The other guy. The other guy you're paying, this $40 million a year contract. That guy. You brought in a $40 million guy, AAV, who's the Gold Glove third baseman, and you're going to stick him at second? How does that make any sense? Especially when your top prospect, the one who's most major league ready, plays second base. And then they go on to talk about in the conversation, they say, well, if you have Bregman at second, your infield defense is automatically better. Yes, that's true, because it's brought so far down by the guy you're keeping at third base at a more important infield position. Like, what are we talking about here? Second base is the least important position in the infield. That's for guys who don't have strong arms. And yet we've seen time and time again, Bregman's killed them in playoff series with how good his defense has been. And last year he was the Gold Glove winner at that position. And you're going to put out big fat Rafael Devers at third base, worst third baseman in baseball, because he's your guy. He's not your guy. Trust me, if he's going to management and going to ask for a trade because he's not getting his way and not playing his position, he's not your fucking guy. I'm sorry. And I've watched this team for 20 years. I know how this shit works. I know how they've had some personalities. I know they had Manny for all those years and they catered to him. But if you're talking about a guy who is not willing to DH, because say what you want about Manny Ramirez, he would have shit his pants to DH every day. Would have loved that. Okay? If you have another guy now who's refusing to DH, even though it's the only thing he's good at, and he's going to hurt your team as you're finally ready to contend, that's not a guy you want on your team. I'm sorry. And I love Devers as a hitter. I love that he's a penciled in 30 and 100 guy, and I don't even mind the contract. But if that's the attitude that he's going to have, it's not the kind of player you can have leading this team. I'm sorry. And maybe it's because I've been reading a lot about Theo's Red Sox and Cubs teams and the way he got those guys to buy in all the way up through the minors, this kind of style that they want to play. But that's just such a red flag to me. And it's something that's going to be coming up this entire season. It's really, guys, it's not even close. A lot of other teams would not have this problem because it's so easy. It's so elementary. But the Red Sox, as much as I'm mad at Rafael Devers, the Red Sox have put themselves in this predicament. Because also, according to the Sean McAdam report that came out on Friday, the Red Sox were telling Rafael Devers, no, you're our third baseman. This talks that everyone's talking about Nolan Arenado and Alex Bregman, that's just speculation. You're our third baseman. What kind of bullshit is that? Why are you telling him that? You should be telling him, Rafi, you're the best hitter in our lineup. We're going to find a spot for you at whatever to have you in our lineup, batting third, batting fourth every day. We're paying you $30 million a year. You're signed with us well past your expiration date, probably to age 37, 38. You are our franchise. You are our guy. You're just going to play the position that we're going to tell you. Because good luck going out and finding anybody else who's going to pay you this kind of money to play third base. Good luck. And that's the other thing. He's not getting another major contract. Why does he want to play third base so bad? DH is easier. Ask David Ortiz. Ask your guy. Because it's going to take way less wear and tear on your body. All you're focused on is hitting. You're not getting another contract. I would understand that for a guy who's up for free agency in a year or two, saying, no, I have more value when I play in the field. I need that. You're not getting another contract. Like, literally none of this makes sense to me. Devers' position on it, the Red Sox position on it, the media's position on it, the way the Red Sox are telling him, hey, you're our guy, and just fucking lying to him. Like straight up lying to his face? Because this was not speculation. They were in on Arenado and Bregman and having talks all season long, all off season long. So to me, it's Bush League by the Red Sox, if we're being honest. It's Bush League by them. It's also stupid from Devers. Like, at some point, you should be like, yeah, he's a better third baseman. It's going to help our team win. I'm going to help my team win at the plate, which is what I do anyway. I hurt my team when I'm in the field. But I know this team on paper looks like they're going to be better and they're going to be ready to win a little bit, but then they just run into these issues. And again, I'm thinking about these other teams and thinking, they don't have to deal with this shit. The Orioles don't have to deal with this shit, right? The Tigers, they don't have to deal with this shit. Guys just play where they're best suited to play. And here I got Rafael Devers. I mean, literally, like you couldn't get in any more obvious scenario. You literally have the best fielding third baseman in the American League and the worst fielding third baseman in all of baseball. And you're going to put which one over the other? Or in the case of the worst third baseman in baseball, you think you're better than the guy with the gold glove? Like that, Bregman should just keep that trophy in his locker and just be like, I'm not answering any of your shit. Look at the trophy. I won that shit. If there were a Razzie for third baseman in baseball, you would fucking win it. Like if I'm and this what sucks is now Bregman, who's got an opt-out after 1 year, could be gone, is now pulled into drama the second he walks in the door. That is so pre-2004 Red Sox bullshit. 25 guys, 25 caps, kind of Red Sox horseshit that you actually get a star player to come here. You finally sign someone in free agency that's worth a shit. And he comes in here, and the first day he's there, he's told by the star of the team, no, that's my position. You're going to go play second base, position you've never played in your career. Like, who decided that Rafael Devers has that kind of power? I'm sorry. I know he's the best player on the team, but Bregman's out here with his all-star teams and his gold glove and his fucking 2 World Series rings. Who is Rafael Devers to tell him that, no, that's my position? You play it way better. You're older than me, and you're going to be a huge part of this team, but I'm the third baseman, baby. Look at my negative 62 defensive runs saved. Look at how many more errors I have than every other third baseman in this league since I came into it. I'm the sheriff at this position. And to have one of these brain-dead fucking players backing him up, Tristan Casas, saying not only should we not promote any of the 3 best prospects in baseball, we should also keep Devers at third base because I'm the fucking GM now. The idiots on this team, man. That's what I hate. This is all the fucking Red Sox stories that you heard about when you were a kid. It's all right here. And they're telling Jim Rice to fuck off when he's trying to help hitters. It's just, I don't love the way this is going into the regular season here. And this Rafael Devers, Alex Bregman thing, it's going to continue. It's going to come up at every turn. It's going to come up when you least expect it. It's going to come up when you least want it. It is going to be there the entire season. And if Rafael Devers is going to act like a fucking baby and is going to request a trade because he can't play third base, oh, I'm the best hitter on the team and all they want me to do is hit, then fuck out of here, man. Like, seriously. It's a game played by players, but you do need some culture in that room, and you don't have it. It's the same problem the Patriots have. You don't have the right culture in that clubhouse. I mean, barely any of these guys have played in the postseason. One of the ones who has all the time, serially, and has the rings to show for it, is the guy you're putting down. It doesn't make any sense. It's a locker room full of losers, and they're acting like losers when they can finally go out and be winners. And it's one thing that could really bring this team down. Like, seriously. Because Bregman will be a great option for them for 3 years. If he opts out after 1, and we find out Rafi Devers is a huge reason why, that is a cancer on your team at that point. And that's a real scenario here, by the way. But if little baby Rafi wants a trade because he can't play third base, go out and do it. See who's going to take on that contract for a third baseman of that caliber. See who'll do it. Maybe someone will. Maybe someone will, and it'll be sent off to some sort of baseball Siberia. But chances are they're not. They're not going to be able to do that. And the Red Sox are going to say, you want to be on the phone when I call these GMs? Nobody wants you as a third baseman. DH, be the best hitter in our lineup, be the face of our franchise. Still, that's not changing. You child, that's not changing. Alex Bregman, the best third baseman in the American League, is going to go ahead and play third baseman for us. We're paying him $40 million a year to do it. Okay? Sold. Good. Instead of this stupid dick measuring contest where we're talking about a micro versus a giant dong here. All right? Worst third baseman versus best third baseman. This dick measuring contest is not even close. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe as well. We're here every weekday, high noon Eastern time on YouTube and then wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Cam Stewart. Zach Burke keeps us on the air.